Now listen, my brothers and sisters. One of the best things in this life that you can accept and agree to do is accepting your past, however bad it was. When you accept your stories, the bad stories, the bad past, the hard life you went through, and you accept it, you take it as a responsibility, you own it. You own your past mistakes, you own your past experience, the hardship, somebody mistreated you, there was a job that was so hard, somebody underpaid you, and you accept it and you own it. And you use it as a ladder to get to something better. You are not only cautioning yourself, but you are also cautioning your ability to deliver in any circumstance, whether hard, easy, or whatsoever. But the problem that we do is like every time we want people to, we want people's opinion on whatever we went through, the hardship that we passed through. We want people to give us their opinion. So we become vulnerable because we want them to listen to our plights. We want them to listen to the problems and the hardship that we went through. But somebody reminds me that nobody wants to listen to that. Nobody wants to listen to the hardships that you went through. People want to listen to how you went through that. And in fact, the best way you can share your problems and plights is showing people what you have achieved through that thick and thin. But see, this is the problem. We always get out there and tell our problems to people, expecting people to uplift us, expecting people to give us favor because we went through this and that. And sometimes, and this is especially to those who are seeking job, the job seekers out there, sometimes the guy who is interviewing you went through a hardship that is bitter than yours, and you are there complaining maybe about an experience you went through, and from your explanation, when he looks at it, you learned nothing apart from the pain. You took the pain, but you didn't take the lesson. So this person looks at you and realizes that, oh no, there's nothing I'm going to gain from this. You see, you don't need people to approve you. So when you're not looking for approval, you don't have to be vulnerable in front of people. You have to be strong. You have to be yourself. You have to present yourself in your positive side and in your strength, not your weakness. Because nobody wants to buy weakness. If you are applying for a job, nobody wants somebody who's not experienced. Nobody wants somebody who's going to talk bad about their manager. Because how am I going to employ you or recruit you when you're talking bad about your manager? How am I going to recruit you when you are talking ill of the company where you were working before? So you need to show people what you can achieve, what you are made of. Are you made of steel or you're made of just some plastic that will melt, especially under these kind of temperatures we have in the Middle East? So this is what I always tell myself, that the difficult moments that perhaps for myself where I went through, nobody knows, but I've reached a point where I have to share with people to understand that this is how you can come out of this hardship. This is how you can move from one place or one point to another. It is not about, what you didn't get when you were moving through the ladder. It is about what you took with you. And so stop telling people how hard your life was, and tell people how you have achieved something that you're presenting to them under circumstances that nobody can. That is understandable, because you see, our weaknesses, our vulnerability, our way of relying on people's opinion makes us very weak. I just quote a Bible. There's a time in the Bible when God appeared to Moses, and God sent Moses to go to Egypt to get out the Israelites back to Israel. And do you know what Moses asked God? Moses turned to God, and instead of seeing himself, instead of seeing the people who are suffering, instead of seeing what message he's supposed to be delivering to Israelites, he asked God, what about if they don't believe me? So already Moses is showing a weakness and is now referring to the people, other people's opinion, what people will say, how people will react, what people will do, and forgetting that he has got the most powerful guy speaking to him. God doesn't answer Moses directly to what he's asking. Like, if they don't agree, do this. No, he asked Moses, what is that? What is that in your hand? Then you know how the story continues. You can read that in the Bible and find it out. We don't have to tell people our problems and our past stories. The hardship you went through, the bad things and the things you never got during that time, you can make up and get them at this time. My name is John Gora. This is my YouTube channel, and if it's the first time that you are watching here, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the notification bell so you can receive all these once we publish them. And every time when you come along, when you're walking along the streets or doing something, guys, please keep your smiling real. And remember every time to come closer so we can speak and we can make this world another world. Until we meet again in the next one, keep smiling real.